Deep within the forests and lakes of northern Minnesota is a place that epitomizes the phrase, company town. This is War Road, the home of Marvin Windows and Doors.
Change oftentimes is difficult. It's very difficult. I've been through some very good times here and some slower times in our industry, and this is probably the slowest I've ever seen it as far as the industry is concerned. And people here, I think, are just incredibly grateful, to be employed right now. Because if you watch enough television and read enough newspapers, you realize that's not the case in all parts of the country.
The recession hit here as hard as it hit anywhere in America. There was one big difference at the factory that dominates life here. Marvin Windows and Doors promised no layoffs. Still, these are not times of plenty in War Road. The fortunes of the Marvin Company are tied to the housing industry. Susan Marvin, the president of the family-owned company, offers a bleak assessment.
Housing starts peaked at over 2 million, and they dropped down to roughly 500,000. We're bouncing on the bottom somewhere between 500 and 600,000. And little does that matter when you were at 2 million and you drop down to 500 and you bounce up to 550. It's really just such a very small market compared to what it used to be.
Less new construction means fewer windows and doors. That means a smaller number of orders for Marvin and less work. So although the factory hasn't cut jobs, all of its workers have felt the pain. Marvin Windows and Doors has reduced off-season hours. It has canceled overtime and cut benefits like 401k matching and profit sharing. Some workers have taken second jobs to make ends meet or to stay on top of debts.
When you've been here and you've seen the good times, you want to get back to the good times as soon as possible. I'm working 40 hours a week at Marvin's, and then I'm working roughly about 25 hours here. Anywhere from 15 to 40 a week, but I average about 25 hours a week here at Doug's.
I don't know if it's a recession that we're in or if it's a depression that we're in the housing industry right now. I'm not an economist, so I don't know. But it's just very difficult time. You have to take a look at your lifestyle and say, okay, what changes do I have to make? What are some of the things that were things that I wanted before, but now I'm focusing on what are the things that I need?
Susan Marvin believes that her company cannot count on an economic improvement for success or survival.
There isn't a metric out there that indicates we're going to experience a recovery. So you sit there and you go, okay, we can sustain the business operating like we are and wait for it to improve. Or we can say that's just plain not good enough and we're going to do something about it. And we want to grow and we want to be more prosperous.
This is Mac William Bishop reporting from War Road, Minnesota for the New York Times.